All right, Shalom. I want to start out by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Shem Yahushua, by Shem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Double honor to double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. I was trying to delete this multitasking. And Shalom to all the Akim out there pushing the word in sincerity and in truth. And I'm just gonna go into this this video where it goes into chariots, man. You got a lot of individuals that's jumping up saying that the chariots don't exist. That's a figment of imagination, and we're just just coming up with different things that have nothing to do with the scriptures. But when you read the scriptures and go into the essence of the scriptures, the Hebrew, the Greek, and really use common sense, you see without a shadow of a doubt the so-called UFOs, unidentified flying objects, are in the scriptures. And these same objects are going to be for salvation and destruction for the so-called white men in these other nations. And this is living proof. Of course, there's tons of articles, thousands if not millions of things that came out to reweigh and basically re-verify that we're speaking the truth. And I just wanted to go into this one thing where this individual is expounding, and he's basically he's basically shocked and bedazzled on the sight that he's seen, the chariots and things of that nature. So without further ado, I'm not gonna watch the whole thing, but I'll just just lay it out, for the premise of the lesson.
Space-related news to come out recently, according to a newly leaked Pentagon report. In 2004, a U.S. aircraft carrier was stalked for several days by a UFO that witnesses said resembled a supersonic tic-tac. The object reportedly could hover in midair and make itself invisible. This shocked and confused the Navy pilots who monitored it. Nick Pope is a journalist and investigates UFO sightings for the British government. He joins us tonight. Nick, why would information like this, I know you've seen this a million times, but why would we need to read about it because it was leaked? Why wouldn't the U.S. government tell us this? Is there some reason?
Well, I think there's always embarrassment about anything in our airspace that performance characteristics exceed anything in our own inventory. And that, by the way, was the conclusion in this Pentagon document. This thing ran rings around our F-18 Super Hornets that tried to chase this thing. It was briefly tracked on radar, but then it seemed to be able to, and this again is a phrase from the document, it's almost like it cloaked itself and became invisible. You'd think this was science fiction if you weren't reading it in Pentagon documents. And we know now, which we didn't know before, that the government took this very seriously, and these things are being seen in our skies, whatever they might be, by pilots tracked on radar, and there's a serious defense and national security issue here.
And just to be clear,
yeah, and that's the main point of it. It's a good video. They expound and they ping pong with basically going into the discernment of the government, like he just said. Why doesn't the government really publicize this information if it's such of importance and it's so obvious? And he basically said that these UFOs, the technology that's in these vehicular objects, supersede the American technology, and it makes it look like make Americans' modernized technology look archaic, man. The style of technology that the so-called UFOs, which of course they're the chariots or the vehicles of the Most High, it supersedes the so-called white man's technology, 100 times over, so to speak. The so-called white men, they basically said it was running rings around the aircraft, or whatever it was that was in the sky, so to speak, that they actually had. And they said it actually cloaked itself and made itself invisible. And they have a chariot sighting right here. Now, for you guys that like to scoff and say, well, chariots don't exist, here it is. You have these individuals that have access where your black ass doesn't. Especially these Chirac niggas, man. Here it is. You receiving the information from these devils. They have full scale access, millions of dollars. All right. Millions of dollars worth of technology to actually see into the heavens. All right, satellites and of course, accessing these different space stations and things of that nature. All right, and these different individuals are high up in the government, so they see the things that you don't see. And like I said, it's been brought out by the Pentagon and things of that nature. So it's without a shadow of a doubt, man. And you guys that don't believe Romans 3:3, man, to hell if you don't believe. Hey, the truth is in plain sight. All right. You could bring a horse to the waters. That don't mean that he's gonna drink. And really, in essence, that horse is retarded because the horse is not receiving nourishment and resources that actually help the health of that individual. And it's the same thing with our people, man. This is the truth. This is going to be the objects of deliverance that's going to actually get us out of this captivity. Just like during the time of Exodus, those same chariots were the vehicular objects that followed us and were that pillar of cloud by day and that fire by night. So I'm going to start at 1 in Psalms 104. Psalms 104 and 1. Bless the Lord, O my soul, O Lord my power. Thou art very great. Thou art clothed with honor and majesty, who covers thyself with light as with a garment, who stretches out the curtains like a heaven. And I'm going to mainly go into a couple things on this. Who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind. Right, and it says who layeth the beams, which that word beams is to befall or encounter or to meet. So it says who layeth the beams of his chambers in the waters, who maketh the clouds his chariots. And I want to really go into this word, either it's chariot, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, the chambers. It says when you go into the word chambers, it goes into roof chamber or roof room. Like when you have a second story or in the sky, you'll see, or really in a house, when you look into a house and you'll see a second story room, it'll be a room on top of the room, somewhat like in the attic area. All right, and it's called a roof chamber. So the Most High dwells in the roof chamber of the heavens. All right, as it is written, heaven is my throne and earth is my footstool. So the Lord is in the roof room or the roof chambers of the heavens. That's where his throne is kept. All right, and that's where you see the chariots, because you have three different distinct definitions for heavens. All right, one represents the spirit world. All right, one represents the heavens that you see you before you, the Shemayim, and another represents the rulership. But in this, really the chariots are they could transport. All right, they could transport through dimensions. All right, so like I said, it makes the clouds his chariots, because his chambers are in the waters. And what's the waters? The heavens. All right, the word waters goes into Shemayim. The Lord made the heavens and the earth. All right, Mayim, which is waters. So the Lord's dwelling quarters are in the heavens, in the clouds. All right, and just like I said, it could disguise itself amongst the clouds and actually seem like it's actually in the clouds, but in essence, those are chariots, because they have invisible technology, so to speak. They have a certain lighting, and they have, like I said, in the spirit, a certain technology where they could disguise themselves. All right. So it says the clouds, his chariots, who walketh upon the wings of the wind, who maketh his angel spirits, his minister, the flame of fire. And why is it going into angels when it's going into chariots? Because angels are the ones that actually steer and navigate what you know are so-called UFOs, and those are the ministers. And they're going to come back to drop a heavy hammer on the so-called white men in these other nations. And they're just showing themselves, man. You'll see a lot of chariot sightings where they'll actually align themselves and they'll put themselves in battle formation, because they're pushing a message to the so-called white man that it's almost time. And that's why your president, Donald J. Trump, he put a immense amount of money in the space station, all right, putting money towards, space technology and things of that nature, to fight and battle against whom the world calls Jesus Christ and the angels, all right, as it is written also in Revelation, the 12th chapter, how the Most High and his angels battled the devil and his angels. And what's the devil, the so-called white man, and what's his angels? It represents his technology, his messengers, because the technology, these different aircraft carriers and all these different war planes and things of that nature, they can commune with each other through microphones and things of that nature in the air, and they basically are going to be the contenders that's going to try to fight against the Lord, but they're going to fail miserably. All right, and I'm going to end it with this scripture, because this is, like I said, this main point I wanted to go into was this, and really show and re-verify, of course, through the Spirit, that these things are coming, man. It's right in front of us. Revelations 1:7. Behold, he cometh with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and they also which pierced him, and all kindreds of the earth shall wail because of him. Even so, Amen. And who was him? Yahweh Shai, whom the world called Jesus Christ. He got pierced by the Romans 2,000 years ago, and he's going to come back for revenge. All right, just like it says, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord, and all knees shall bow. All right, so that's all I have for you, Akim. Hopefully, you brothers are edified. I'm going to end it by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone.